It's time now for a look at latest in local news. In the news, the county commissioners held their July monthly meeting Monday. Several items taken off the agenda due to no-shows. Citizens' concerns item was taken off the agenda as Sandra Sample was not in attendance, and the two items dealing with the EMS interim director taken off the agenda as well due to the interim director, Don Wilson, unable to attend Monday's meeting. Commissioners, under items with the county administrator, approved raising the pay for a new EMS director to a grade 23, step 26 salary of $91,718.10. Administrator Paul Drawdy says he has a qualified candidate in mind who he wants to offer the job to. He says the approved salary by the commissioners Monday will be a step in the right direction to hire the full-time EMS director. Under items with the commissioners, the Press Sentinel's front page story about the details of the $270,000 loss to the county in an email scam was up for discussion Monday. Commissioner Jamie Hickox had these comments about the article.
Most weeks we get a weekly wrap-up from our county administrators, great information. And this weekly wrap-up said that he had got a request from the Press Sentinel about an update on the $270,000 email scheme. So I went and got the Press Sentinel because I didn't get a copy of the information that was pushed out to the Press Sentinel. So I was reading it, and there was a couple things that absolutely jumped out at me. It says, page 1, Drawdy told the commissioners about the incident in a closed-door session and relayed the GBI request to not discuss the matter in public. So there would be less attention drawn to the matter and a higher likelihood that the funds could be retrieved. Commissioner Jamie Hickox later mentioned the fraud publicly during a county meeting as well as on her social media post, though she subsequently contended that her comments were based on a county email rather than remarks in a closed-door session. This is an email from November 15th from the county administrator to the county commissioners. Subject line, ACH fraud. The last paragraph states, Commissioners, as you can see, this is a very costly mistake and I apologize for it. We are going to continue to look at our procedures and ensure that this does not happen again. I will ask that this not be publicized at this point until the GBI starts their investigation and they give the okay for a public statement. I made a public statement in February after this information came out in November. I asked repeatedly for an update. At the end of the day, the $270,000 belongs to the people of Wayne County. That's all I got.
Again, those are the comments of Jamie Hickox under items with the commissioners. County Commissioner Kevin McCreary responded during his items with commissioners.
Not only when we're out here exposing all the items we have to spend money on, we don't have a choice, raises, equipment, spec, but when we go into executive session, that's the reason we go into executive session, because those items don't need to be divulged until either investigation is done, paperwork is finalized, or personnel issues are handled. And that's the reason that we have to withhold that information to make sure that it's given out at the proper time. We don't vote on anything back there, we don't do any of that, but a lot of times we're just given information so that we are advised of what's coming up. When I first got in the commission, we had several lawsuits that were pending, and we had to look through those lawsuits and find out the best way that they could be handled. And we did not disclose any of that information until the investigation or there was a agreement made with the ones that were suing us. And that's the reason that we have executive session, and as Commissioner Hickox was talking about, we don't divulge that information for protection of taxpayers' money. And that's a known fact. The Attorney General concurred with us that we were doing the right thing.
He did not.
And,
That is not what the Attorney General
well,
said.
read the paperwork. But that's the reason that we don't divulge this information. It's not that we're trying to hide anything from anybody, but y'all have to understand that there's a time and a place for information to be given out. And we will give it out when it's time, but not ahead of time to anything that could possibly hurt the taxpayers or cost the taxpayers money.
And once again, those comments to County Commissioner Kevin McCreary, again, both he and Jamie Hickox discussing the story from Thursday's Press Sentinel. If you recall, Commissioner Jamie Hickox was denied access to an executive session earlier this year as the other commissioners took action stating she divulged information from an executive session. Hickox, after being excluded from the executive session, filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office, which did respond after receiving a statement from County Attorney Andy Beaver. Attorney General's office basically stated that the issue was over as far as they were concerned and basically stated that they were not getting involved. Once again, that discussed by both Commissioner Jamie Hickox and Kevin McCreary under advisory with the commissioners at Monday's meeting. We'll come. Other news from the County Commissioners meeting Monday, Rec Director Lamar Eckel was on hand for approval of a bid for sod for the fields to improve the baseball softball field at Ben Park Complex, which will be used for both middle school softball and baseball. The low bid approved at $22,750. Eccles gave the commissioners a summer update as Wayne County had 11 all-star teams and won 8 district championships. Again, the state, they also had 2 state championships and 3 runner-ups over the summer. 43 swimmers headed to state this weekend, and the district tennis and golf meets are this week as well. Commissioners approved a waiver to accept a bond for the Dairyland Acres Mobile Home Subdivision roads. Engineer Brandon Purcell says he will be overseeing and monitoring the project. And Ware County Board of Health last night. Also, the annual agreement with the Public Defender's Office, the Georgia Indigent Defense. Cost is $200. County contracted with Parker Real Estate to help sell several parcels of land, and one sold last night. Parcel J12-99. Bid came in at $6,100. The county's minimum bid was $6,000. The county agreed to lower the piece of parcel J14-6 from $7,000 to $5,000. This piece of property on Walker Street. Administrator Paul Drawdy says that Realtor Kelly Lamb has been assisting the county with selling these parcels of county property. And that's a look at your county commissioners meeting from Monday. We'll come back with some final news notes after this word. Messages, so please stay tuned. As over 100 students are set to make the trip to New York, donations will be accepted through a check payable to the Wayne County High School Band Boosters and can be mailed to the Wayne County High School Band Boosters, P.O. Box 206, Jesup, GA 31508. Need more information, you can email the band director, Andy Hersey, at andyhersey@wayne.k12.ga.us. Once again, the trip's planned for April, and the band boosters accepting donations now. And band director Andy Hersey will join us this morning on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show to talk more about the trip. In other news, school about to start, and the Arthur Williams Middle School hosting 6th grade Jumpstart August 1st from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Jumpstart serves as an opportunity for you and your upcoming 6th grader to learn about middle school. Focus during this time is to connect with you and ease the transition to middle school. Jumpstart engages upcoming students in fun activities like a school tour and a fashion show. You get the opportunity to meet the staff and receive information on block schedules, sports, band, school rules, 6th grade expectations, and again, all that taking place on August 1st from 5:30 to 6 p.m. at Arthur Williams Middle School. Another back-to-school event being hosted by the Wayne County Board of Tourism. Set for the quiet hour from 9 to 10 a.m. It's Touch a Truck, back-to-school event sponsored by the Wayne County Board of Tourism. Jesup Downtown Development Authority, the Wayne County EMA, will be again held Saturday, August 10th from 9 to 1. The event will feature heavy equipment where kids can see them up close, centered around West Walnut Street. Be closed to vehicles. First hour of the event will be a quiet hour for sensory sensitive children. During this time, no sirens will be used. Visitors are encouraged to shop at local businesses in the downtown area for back-to-school supplies. For vendor or booth information, contact the Wayne County Board of Tourism office, the number 912-427-3233, or email them at waynetourism@gmail.com. For vehicle participation information, contact Donnie Ray at 912-424-0376. Again, the Touch a Truck event set for Saturday, August 10th from 9 to 1 in downtown Jesup. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.